Gentlemen, let's talk about India's formidable women voters today. After all, as they say, mauka bhi hai aur dastoor bhi. An election is round the corner and Women's Day is upon us. And let's admit, symbolism does go a long way in politics. So, we've had Prime Minister Modi announcing a 100 rupee reduction on gas cylinders on Women's Day. Stretching the advantage, he will be headed to West Bengal for a third time in 10 days to roast Mamata Banerjee over Sandesh Khali. Then we have Aam Aadmi Party that has announced 1,000 rupees a month for all women in Delhi. It's a scheme that is already in place in many other states. The Congress is aiming to do better and give 2,000 rupees a month to all women heads of BPL families across India if they are voted to power. That is part of their manifesto. And then there is the big one, the Women's Reservation Bill, giving 33% reservation to women in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies. It was hanging fire, ladies and gentlemen, for the last 30 years before the Modi government finally pushed it through last year. Now, this much is clear. In the last 10 years, women voters have emerged as a force to reckon with. You ignore them at your own risk. Nitish Kumar in Bihar and Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh will tell you that. And what strengthens that sentiment further is data. I will not bombard you with data, but these are some numbers you should keep in mind as we move into an election year. We are already there, actually. Let me, ladies and gentlemen, start by giving you a number that every political party has enshrined in its war room. There it is. In the last general election, that is 2019, more women showed up to vote than men. 67.18% compared to 67.01%. This was historic. Now, you can look at the numbers and say that the difference is only of 0.17%. Sure, but here's the thing. See what's coming in the future. Over the next 20 years or so, women voters will far outstrip male voters. The SBI is estimating that as opposed to 55% women, only 45% men will show up to vote in 2047, which means by 2047, women voters would have far outstripped the male voters. Okay, 2047 is too far off. What about now? What about 2024? According to the Election Commission, ladies and gentlemen, 47 crore women are registered to vote. An increase of 4 crores from 2019, which saw that historic moment of more women voting than men. If you're not convinced, look at individual states. Is that how women vote in state elections as well? Just one more set of data for you. In all the assembly elections we have seen in the last 5 years, in at least 18 out of 23, women voter turnout has been higher than men. And here's the clincher. In 10 of these states, the same government was voted back to power courtesy the Ashirwad of their women. That is the fact. State assemblies, ladies and gentlemen, but here's the question. I rest my case there, but here's the question. Why is there that there are SOPs galore for women from north to south, but no tickets for them? What explains the fact that you're willing to keep women voters happy, giving them cylinders and mopeds and washing machines and 10 grams of gold and free ration and a monthly stipend, but you don't trust them with an election ticket? Look at what the data is telling us. It is telling us that in all state assemblies across the country, if you take out an average, only 9% women have representation. In the Lok Sabha, there are only 15% women. As we speak, those are the numbers. 9% women in assemblies and 15% in the Lok Sabha. So is the woman vote quid pro quo, transactional? You give me ration and cylinders and I will give you votes? Or is there much more to what influences India's Aadhi Abadi?